My mum raised me on my own. My father's from St. Lucia in the Caribbean and my mum's from Jamaica, so both in the Caribbean. So I grew up on a council estate. In terms of spirituality and belonging to a faith, as time went on, I kind of became lost, you could say. I was just thinking, you know what, I don't really have that belief in God. I looked up on Sikhism, because I've obviously seen people outside are Sikhs, but I've never stopped anybody and can you tell me about Sikh? I've never done that. Just found out what I need to do, like in terms of, you go in, you take your shoes off, wash your hands, you cover your head, the basic stuff. Found that everyone's welcome in there, no matter where they're from. It's open to everyone. I went in, I sat down, and it was just emotional. It's like, you found home now. And that feeling I had inside, I was like, I can't get out from here. I need to stay there. That's it. You're protected. And I said to myself, I have to go back the next day and the next day. And even if I go twice a day, when I finish it, I'll go again. I need to be there. Found out about the free kitchen. Gurdwara is for everyone. But then I saw where they wash the pots and pans, all the tile, everything, wash everything. I didn't know what Seva was. And I said to myself, you know what? I want to try that. I want to go help. I want to go see what I can do. And I decided I'll do where you empty the waste, the jute out of the tile and put that out. As I was scraping that out, I felt like I was cleaning my heart, cleaning everything, and then the feeling I got, I was like, wow, really, I found home. I think it was when my 30th birthday, normally everyone goes to different places and we're like New York, or they go to Spain, or I don't know, somewhere. I want to go have my birthday in Amrit, Sri Harmandir Sahib. Amazing. And emotional, very, 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 very. When I went in to where it was happening, I was like, this is it. I've given my head, offered it. And I learned that if you take that step to Guruji will take many steps towards you. Mera Pitaji, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib, I was like, wow, this is what he done. Again, these things inspired me more and more. That's it. I never lose faith. Because if you keep that strong faith, then
see that through.
Nothing can break you, nothing can touch you.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fighting Sikhi series that we started on Boss TV, where we go through the lives of those individuals that have found Sikhi in their own, as you put it, weird and wonderful ways, right? And we've had a few great episodes already, from Kaur Bhenji to Haneet Kaur to Dalveer Singh, who came in most recently. And now today, we're best to have Kaur Bhenji on as well. So thank you so much, Bhenji, for coming on the podcast.
You're welcome. Thank you. And Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
I've seen Bhenji in Sangat for a long time, and since I became a Singh, I want to say 20 odd years ago, but probably a little bit less than that. And I've always seen Bhenji in Sangat, so for me it's like learning Bhenji's story for the first time as well. We've always seen Bhenji in Sangat, spoken to Bhenji, but today hopefully it's a chance for a lot of people to find out what Bhenji's background is and how she, as we say, found Sikhi, or Sikhi found her. So Bhenji, thank you so much. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
I was saying to Bhenji offline that Bhenji's one of the OGs. She's on the first base of Sikhi leaflet as well. Yeah. As well. How did you get yourself on the leaflet?
How did you get yourself?
I remember the leaflet. I can't remember that so many years ago. But yeah, it was like some Sikhi camps, I guess, back in America some years back, and then also Samargam in Hayes, London as well. Okay, would have been from then, yes.
So it would have been in Gurdwara Singh's days when he was leading and taking.
Good. So how do you start things off in terms of questions?
Bhenji, yeah, so just what's your background, Bhenji? Like, where were you born? We're going from day one. Let's go, let's do this.
I'm like my 40s now, but yeah. Okay, so I was born in North East London. Some say East London, but North East London, because I guess you have like two streets over one way, and it's Hackney Borough Council, and another two streets the other way, and it's the Islington Borough Council.
So you just don't want to be associated with East London, basically.
Well, East London, North London, it's all fine. Wherever you are, it's fine. But yeah, that's where I was born. I'm one of five, so I grew up in the council estate, Debolver Estate. It's quite a well-known estate. Right. My mum raised me on my own, on her own. So there was no father around. Unfortunately, he went back to his country some years ago when I was born, like when I was like 1 or 2, he went back. So.
Oh, where is that? What was his heritage?
So my father's from St. Lucia in the Caribbean and my mum's from Jamaica, so both in the Caribbean.
Okay, nice.
Central America.
Have you ever been back to Jamaica?
Not Jamaica, but I've been to St. Lucia, which is
beautiful,
very
isn't it?
nice.
Yeah,
very,
it's
very
really-
nice. But I've only been once. I'd like to go again.
I had a teacher from St. Lucia and she used to talk about it like it was just like beautiful, like amazing, just like clean air, just like
nice seawater,
seas
clean, clear colour and everything, and the sand's nice as well. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I haven't been back since, but hopefully I'll get to go again soon.
Take the kids.
Yes, need extra tickets now.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what you got to think about now.
when I went,
yeah.
it was just me, so just one ticket. I used to jet around quite a few places in the world. It was just a ticket for myself, and now, we need 4 tickets. Yeah,
It's a blessing in itself.
it is, though. Yeah, yeah.
But so you were, to 1 of 5, as you were saying, Benji?
Yeah, so 1 of 5, and so I grew up, as I said, on a council estate. We were a family that, my mum used to occasionally take us to church. We'd go to church on the Sundays, and you had like a Sunday school and things like that. But over time and over the years, we didn't go too much. It'd become an occasional thing. Also, my mum, she suffered like mental health illnesses and things like that. So it was quite a hard upbringing I had. And then we moved home. I've also lived with my mum and my younger siblings in a women's refuge as well, while growing up as well in the later teenage sort of years. I missed out some of my school as well. But I kept on just being with my mum and just like being strong in a way for my mum to just raise us as a...
Were you the oldest of 5?
I'm the middle one of 5. So my older brother and older sister, they had moved out of home by certain times, and it was just me and my younger sister. And then my younger brother, the youngest, he came along later. So we moved south of the river. We then went to South London, and it was just there as well, missing out on school, missing out on, I took my younger sister to school. I would also look after my younger brother and things like that. I saw him born. There's so much things there. But, it was just in terms of spirituality and belonging to a faith, as time went on, I kind of became lost, you could say. Because as we wouldn't go to church anymore. As I said, my mum suffered from mental health illnesses. Sometimes she would... she was there. Sometimes she'd be in the hospital, and then my aunt would look after me and the rest of us. Otherwise, we'd be taken into care. So it was really tough. But other than that, I tried to just still keep strong in a way as any, teenager would and things like that. And then as I grew up some more, I was just like thinking, I don't really have that belief in God. I think there is no God. So I think for years I've just stayed like on an atheist path. Wow. Stayed on an atheist path, and I would do various jobs. I'd work in supermarkets, and just to make ends meet, or make sure I have money, and that I'm not like relying on my mom or anyone. It'd be anything from supermarkets to cleaning jobs, all sorts of things, just to make sure I've got money. But it would all like legitimate stuff, however. And then it would be a time where I just thought, I've got to move on from this. But then as time went on as well, I got older, so I was still atheist, and I'm thinking there is no God.
So how old are you at this moment? So
Now I'm in my 40s.
No. They say never ask a woman you're at her age. I don't know. But as in, at that point, when you were like essentially being a second mother to your younger siblings and...
Okay, so I was 15 when my brother was born. So I was, literally on then, I was like pretty much being a second mum to him.
Yeah.
I would stay home with him while my mum went to do cleaning jobs and things as well. I'd take my sister to school, and I should be going to school, but I weren't going to school, so there's quite a few things there.
Yeah.
However, my mum, she wasn't like a drinker or a smoker, so that was okay. We were fine like that. It was just other things, just wasn't, maybe she just needed that support or so, you could say. But as the years went on, as I said, I didn't have any faith in God. I carried on being atheist. And then one day in my 20s, someone just said to me, you know what, you really do believe there's a God deep down. Because think about it, who would have protected you when you're out and about? You know, you go on your bike, you're riding for miles and miles, or sometimes you go out, you come back on the bus on your own or the train. Who would guide you? Who would make sure you reach home safe and fine and well? There's got to be something there. There's got to be that bigger, stronger force. But where and how was unknown. How to connect was unknown. So then I did my researches, but then I used to think, oh, maybe I'll visit a church again. Maybe I'll visit a church. So I went to different churches, so Church of England, you know, I'd visit Catholic Church, there's different types of churches, a Methodist, and so you'd visit them. There's an American church in London as well. I think I visited that once. But it was in central London, but I didn't feel any connection. It was all well and everything inside, and everybody was friendly and things like that. But I didn't feel any connection. I didn't feel, oh, I'm home now or anything like that. So I wouldn't go anymore. And then I thought I'd visit libraries and things like that, and just to do some researches on the different faiths. I've visited Hindu temples as well in the past, but again, I didn't feel home or anything like that. They were welcoming me in. I wasn't told, oh, you can't come in or anything like that. But again, I didn't feel any connections. Visited various places, and then I looked up on Sikhism, and I thought, okay, let me just read on about how things are, how things go with them. Because I've obviously seen people outside are Sikhs, but I've never stopped anybody and can you tell me about Sikh? I've never done that. So I've just done my own research, my own readings, various sites like allaboutsikhs.com, you know. And there's SikhNet, and then libraries as well. Just any literature I can get hold of, I'll just look through and then I'll do all my research. So thinking, oh, one day I must visit the Sikh Gurdwara. And just found out what I need to do, like in terms of, you know, you go in, you take your shoes off, wash your hands, you cover your head, the basic stuff. And I looked up and found that, you know what, everyone's welcome in there, no matter where they're from. So it's open to everyone. So I looked at this, I thought, oh, that sounds something I need to look a bit further into, and I'm going to visit. And it was when I was working in Southall that I went to the Singh Sabha Southall one in Singh Sabha Gurdwara, Park Avenue.
First Gurdwara you ever went to?
I went to that one.
How old were you at this point?
I was in my 20s, gosh.
Yeah.
Late 20s, but I can't remember the exact age, but I was in my late 20s. And I never looked back, basically. I went in, so you wash your hands, as I said, I covered my head, everything I did, went into the Divan Hall, I sat down. And now I can't understand what's been said, but I can't. Obviously, everyone's sitting down, that's all. It was a quiet late morning, actually, when I went in there. So there wasn't too many songs in the air because everybody would have been at work and things like that. But I sat down and it's like, it was just emotional. It's like, you found home now. You found home now. It's like, it's fine now, child. You're safe now. You found home, and this is it. This is you for you. This is you, and this is, you're not going to look, but this is it. You're going to keep going. And that feeling I had inside, I was like, I can't get up from here. I need to stay there. And I can't understand what was going on, but still, I wanted to just stay sitting there and not move. Wow. It's like you found home. Something touched me, and it's like, you found home, and you're home now. That's it. You're protected. Worry for nothing more now, that's it. And I looked up more and more on Sikhi each day, and I said to myself, I have to go back the next day and the next day. And even if I go twice a day, when I finish it, I'll go again. I need to be there. And sometimes when there's programs on, obviously then you'd get, you can see they put the slides up, projectors and stuff, so you can see the translation. Yeah, because I had no idea. I had no idea. And I just did more research to find out about how the values and principles are. I thought, oh my gosh, this is all appealing. This makes sense, and this is what I believe is. But look, we're oneness, and it was the first guru, his message, that universalness for everyone, regardless of your background, where you're from, caste, it doesn't matter, man or woman, young or old, it doesn't matter. Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, I was like, wow, this is one God. There's not a different God for me or you, or there's different languages, but it's all one God for us all. So I thought of all of these things, and I said to myself, this is the way I'm going. I'm not going to turn back. And my family, they were fine. My mum, she never had any problems. My siblings, no one had any problems. Work, I didn't have any problems with it either.
So you came home after that experience, going to Gurdwara, feeling like unprotected, and I found home, and that random person that said to you, you know, who's been protecting you all this time, and you found your protector. How did your family react when you started saying, I found Sikhi, I found, you know, I really connects with me? What was their response like? Because I'm sure at that time very much it's just you're going to become a radical Muslim, or that's the kind of feeling we hear a lot of, you know, they don't know what Sikhi is.
Exactly. But no, Mum was fine. She was fine from day one. She goes, if that's the path you've chosen and you're happy, and you believe there is just one God, because yes, there is just one God for everyone, which she thought of anyway, that there is one God. There's no different God for everybody. So that's a thing I was lucky with as well. My mum, she agreed. There's one God for everyone. She goes, you know, you're happy. You carry on your journey, and they could see I was appreciating things more. Grateful for more things, and then because before you're like blaming everybody and ungrateful for things sometimes, and you know, but all that, I said to myself, this, you know,
They saw positive changes in your character.
Positive changes came on more than ever, and I didn't stop there. I wanted to see more and find out more what things are. So whenever I went to the Divan Hall, I'd be like, oh, okay, what's that over there, the offering that they're giving to everyone? What is it? Then I learned, it's Kaur Bhenji.
And it's tasty.
It is, but also, and you can have more.
Seconds
but I looked at, it's for everyone.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter who comes, or everyone can have it. And you can have as much as you like.
At this point, you didn't actually know any Sikhs?
I didn't know any. I mean, I worked with a few that were, but not like...
Practicing or...
Yeah.
You know, the first time you went, Bhenji, if you remember, what was it like when you walked inside in terms of the Dastaar Sahib? You know, did you know to go to the front to Matha Tek? Did you Matha Tek? Was you a bit like lost? Like, do I just sit down? Like, what? And you know, even like, did you find it a bit weird? Like, why people bowing down to a book? You know, obviously we don't believe that, but do you get what I mean? How was that whole kind of experience, and what happened on that day? Was it Kirtan happening? What was going on, if you remember?
Yeah, so so people would have gone. People were coming in and they're doing their Matha Tek and stuff like that. But as I said, it was quiet that sort of late morning. It wasn't, because I think most would have come in probably a lot earlier on in the morning. So it was a bit later. So there wasn't too much Sangha around at that time. But I just I was at the back.
Yeah.
So I just did my Matha Tek from there, and I sat down. But and then once I sat down, that was it. But I then wanted to know more. So that sitting down experience, as I said, it brought me back later on. I didn't know what Seva was. I had no idea. I thought, actually, it must be a job that people do, and they come there and then have to go at a certain time and arrive at a certain time. Employed. That's what I thought it was.
As you would,
because I found out about the free kitchen. Guru Langar is for everyone. But I thought when I've entered it, because I was like, oh, you can go that way to go and eat. Have something to go that direct which way to go.
Yeah.
I saw everyone sitting the same. Everyone eats that same meal for all. So don't have to worry what's in it or what's not in it. Everyone can eat it. But then I saw where they wash the pots and pans, all the tile, everything, wash everything. And I was thinking, I didn't know how it runs, to be honest. And then when I've done my research, it's actually, selfless service, and you don't look for any reward. And I said to myself, you know what? I want to try that. I want to go help. I want to go see what I can do. And I went there, and everyone was welcoming. And I decided I'll do where you'd empty the waste, the jute out of the tile, and put that out. As I was scraping that out.
This is the same day?
This was on a different day. But as I was scraping that out, I felt like I was cleaning my heart, cleaning everything. And then the feeling I got, I was like, wow. Really, I have found home. Really, I have. And this is it. And I just would go there all the time. But cleaning all the jute out all the time, I was like, this is it.
And Bhenji, you've experienced it. We know that when we wash Pandey in the Gurukar, that we're not just washing somebody else's jute or, waste or dirt, like it's actually cleaning us.
It's cleaning, yeah.
And you probably didn't know that from a book. You experienced that, you're saying, right, yourself.
It's the feeling. That's it. The feeling you get. And once you're in that, that's it. You stay in there. It's the power of it. And I looked further into things. So as I said before, I couldn't understand anything. Then I saw the notice board. And then I saw it advertised that there's Punjabi classes for the children. I was like, oh, Punjabi classes for the children. It's for the children. What am I going to do? How am I going to go there? Or will they let me in? I'm an adult. And what do I do? But I said, you know what? I'm going to go where that car park building is up there and I'm going to ask them if I can come to it. I went there and the aunties, they said, you know what? You can come and learn. If you want to come and learn, you can come and learn.
Nice.
Because then these things were different than many years ago.
Yeah.
So now it was obviously separate. You got adult classes, everything, all Gurdwara is all different. It's all changed and different for obviously safety reasons. But back then, I sat with children, small little children, niki bachi. I sat with them and I learned the Ura era from beginning.
Wow.
I thought I need to come there with my exercise book. So I brought my exercise book with the one with the lines in it. And I said, I'm going to sit down and I will learn with these children. And they were welcoming. Everyone was welcoming. No one treated me any different. And I was like, I'm going to make sure my letters, I'll write them to the best as I can. I was struggling at first, I'm not going to lie, I was struggling. But as you tell make sure they sit on the line. So make sure each of them sit on the line. And I'd make sure I'd practice. It has to sit on the line. And I would go there and learn with those children.
Wow.
And I never looked back. I said, I'm going forward. I don't know what it is I'm getting, but this feeling I'm getting, I have to keep going. And then when I learned about a Sikh is a student that keeps learning. You never stop learning. And over time, I kept on going there. And then later on, I used to then become Seva and start helping out as well.
Nice.
So that's it. And as I said, I never looked back. It was a journey. I just wanted to keep going. And I thought, I also want to learn Santia. Because many years ago, I used to, when I first came, I think I used to put on Desi Radio or something. I think it was Desi Radio. I'd put on and listen to Japji Side Part. Desi Radio, one of the I just put it on. So that's what I used to do. And it was...
It's weird now because you've got so many different ways. You've got YouTube, but this stuff never existed then.
Yeah.
So radios were still a thing, but I mean, who listens to radio now, I guess?
Yeah. I wanted to learn more. That's how it was for me. I wanted to learn more and more. So I would go to a Sikh missionary. They used to have classes there. And I'd learn there.
Was it Wednesday evenings you used to go, or was it on a different day?
It was in a weekday evenings, but I just can't remember the exact date was. But I used to.
This week Eaton after, maybe so. If it was the...
Because I used to go there and they used to have pizza and chips
Yeah.
as well, if it was that day.
Yeah. So I used to go there. And I didn't have a Zori or anything at first, and all of it, and on the Baluk dish, I didn't have these, but the Benjis, everyone was all kind, and they were like, oh, here you go, you can have this, and everyone all welcoming. Again, no one treated me any different.
My God. One thing that comes to mind, Benji, you talk about the Seva, the Punjabi class, and Santia, like, you're so brave, like, as in you come in and, because I can figure even by myself, right, that when I came into Sikhi, I was so afraid to do Langar Seva, or so afraid to go to a Punjabi class or Gurumukhi class and learn this stuff. Like, did you pretty much answer the question that you didn't face any challenges, you didn't feel fear in yourself, or did you just kind of like just submit? Because I can understand how it can be quite overwhelming going to a place where, people speak a different language, majority of the time in the Guru Garden, especially in the afternoon, there's just mainly the elders there. Did you ever feel a bit put off, or was you just like, I'm just gonna like submit myself and submerge myself into this at each stage?
I was just going forward, I'm going to submit myself, that's it.
Yeah.
And Vaheguru guided me.
And what would you say?
The Lord up there supported me to can carry it all up without any issues. So, as I said, it's just, everyone's welcome. That's how it is. And I've always felt that. And it's not just there. I mean, many Gurdwaras I've gone to, different places in the world, some of them. I've not had any problems. Other Gurdwaras here in the UK, again, be them in London or Midlands or a little bit further north, I've not had any problems at all. Everyone's always been welcoming.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And when you first read about Sikhi as well, so I'm going a bit back, but there's things that stood out to me, like what was it specifically about Sikhi that, you thought, okay, this is me. I like this because, like you said, you're studying faiths. Was there something that stood out to you about, like, you know, this is different? Like, obviously the one God aspect, which other faiths have, but what was it, like, you know, that made you think, this interests me and I want to go check out more?
It's that kindness and that love you have for all. Many religions have that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the values and the principles in it. So, you know, obviously you're going to treat everyone as you'd like to be treated yourself. So that's how it was, you know, treat everyone how you'd like to be treated yourself. It was, you know, you focus on yourself, don't worry about what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just, you're on your own journey. That's how I saw it as well, like this. Later on, I obviously looked at, you know, obviously Mariada when I started to take and things like prior to that as well. So I thought applying the principles to my daily life, that was, and then, as I said, with the one God. But then later on, when I started to understand a bit more part, Gurdwara and things, Jabji Saib Guru Ek De Bujai Sabna Jia Kaik Data Some Visana Jai is like this. You know, God has made it clear to me that He's the one and only provider and giver to us all, and that I shall never forget. And I said that to myself as well. He's the one and only provider to me, and that I shall never forget. And it's true. It's true. And I looked at these things, and that's something I always say to myself every day as well. Even when not listening to or reading part, but just something I say.
Remind yourself.
Even when I'm driving. I'll be driving along, even I'm on the M6 or just driving anywhere, and I'll be like, yeah.
Well, it's quite fitting because the Arth is saying that the Guru's given us one understanding, right? And you've kept that one understanding with you for the rest of your life.
Hold it tight.
And we come with nothing and we leave with nothing. That's it as well. And everything's temporary here, nothing's stable. So that's it. I looked at all these things.
One of the things you said, Benji, really resonated with me, actually, this idea of, like, Sikhi is very unique in the sense that we do genuinely ask for everyone's bala every day, every ardas, every gurdwara, every individual. Nanak naam chardi kara tere paane sarbat da bala. We ask for everyone's wellness, goodness, health and wealth and everything for everyone. And the Langar is a living example of that. Hundreds of thousands of people eat Langar regardless of who they are, what background they are. So it's not just a statement, but it's something which we fundamentally believe in our roots, in our heritage, in our system.
Yeah.
And so just moving on with your journey, Benji. So at what point would you say you came in contact with mainstream Punjabi Sikhs? So you've started doing Seva, you started coming to Gurdwara doing Punjabi class. At what point did you say? There's two questions here. At what point did you say, and I know you've kind of already said you've committed to the path, but I'm going to take this as my spiritual path. I'm going to look towards Amrit. And when did you find Sangat of, I guess, Punjabi Sikhs, I want to say?
Yeah. Okay, so carrying on with all my researches, but also obviously all the visiting of Gurdwara and going there on a daily basis and doing Langar Seva and things like that. It was, so after Santia classes and then, as I said, and then Punjabi classes, I then would always look to find out when is programs and stuff. But at first I didn't know what Ransbys were. There were some things I still wasn't quite sure about. Of course. So as I spoke to more Sangat members and find out the timings of where they are and how then I would attend those. And, that special, connection you get, it just deepened more. And then the energy as well, with everyone sitting together, singing together, is amazing. You're like, I won't miss any program. I'll go to all of them wherever they are. I'll always find where things are, various places in the country. I'll be there. If I have to get a coach, I'll get the coach. If I have to get the cab, I'll get the cab. But I'll get there. So that's how it was, because I wanted to learn more as well. And then my past background, I always liked things like martial arts. I grew up where I'd always watch Bruce Lee movies, Jackie Chan.
Kung Fu Panda.
When I was about 13 or so, I used to go to karate and judo and do little things like that in Newington Green. And I would just, I was into that. So when I looked up more about Shasta Vidya and Gadka, I was like, I want to learn this art as well. It's a blessing. I want to learn this art as well. But that, again, came a bit after when I took Amrit. But prior to taking Amrit, I thought I'm going to live everything, put everything into my daily practice in my daily life, because things even like Amrit Vela, I was like, what's Amrit Vela? Me wake up at Amrit Vela? And as I said, I used to put on the Desi radio at the top before.
Yeah.
And then I told myself, Amrit Vela, your Amrit Vela is your journey. So what time you get up, that's you. And I started off waking up at 6 o'clock. I was like, that's not Amrit Vela, really, is it? But that's what I started off with. Then I said, I'm going to put my clock back 5 minutes. I'll wake up at 5:55. And the next, I'll keep reducing it until it does become a bit more near the 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock side of things, because otherwise it just wasn't happening, especially after work, after doing everything, it just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll adjust the clock bit by bit. But that's your part, that's your journey, that's how you're doing it, and you're doing it at your own pace. And that's what I kept on doing until it became automatic. That I was able to wake up early hours of the morning, and it was amazing. And then also another part in Sikhi where something was like so special, I think it was when my 30th birthday. Normally everyone goes to different places and we're like New York, or they go to Spain, or I don't know, somewhere. I chose, I want to go have my birthday in Amritsar.
Wow,
nice.
beautiful.
Sri Harmandir Sahib.
And who did you go with? Or it's like...
I initially travelled out there on my own,
okay.
and then I met with some other Sangat members later on. But initially I went there on my own. And I wasn't scared to go on my own, because I've always been a person that I would travel to some place on my own with. Again, I just know I've got that support and
strength, I guess.
And Vaiguru, you know, Akal Purakh, the Almighty, carries you. If you've got that faith, full faith in him, in them, they will guide you, they will carry you to whatever it is, and across whatever it is, and get you there, and keep you protected as well, providing you believe so. But whatever you put your mind to, of course, you can do it. So I was like, I'm going to go there. I probably will be stuck with the language a bit, but I'm going anyway.
How was it then? What was it like the first time you went to Harmandir Sahib?
Amazing. And emotional, very, 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 very. I used to think, when I was growing up, I didn't have much birthday parties. I didn't have much. I had one when I was 10, but then that was a bit like ruined because, you know, that just got ruined by all the adults coming. So all the children would be out. This when we lived on the council estate. All the friends, all the neighbours, because back then your doors were open and everybody would come and go, and it'd be, so you'd have the birthday. It started off with children, and after you get all the children out, and then it would be ruined, and then the adults will come and it'd be boring, and you have to go to bed. So I was like, I've never had a birthday, but I said, you know what? When I was 30, that was the best birthday. Spending it there.
Yeah. And how long did you spend in Amritsar then?
I think I was only there for about 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks,
nice.
maybe 2
a
weeks.
good amount of time, so you got to see the whole routine of the
exactly,
bar,
and the sort of everything. It was just so special. It was just, as I said, and the inside feeling. I was like, this is it. I'm not turning back, never.
And then when did you take Amrit then, Benji? So when did
Amrit? Okay, so as
this picture?
As I said, I wanted to apply everything into my daily life first, all the practices, and then later on, I took up. Yeah, it was about 2008. I took Amrit, November 2008. Yes, it was a good 17 probably years now, but so for that, I was looking to find out about it more, but then I didn't know when it's going to happen. So again, I was looking at notice boards or just do some research. I've asked some Sangat members, when is it going to happen? And when I found, because at first I heard there was one in Birmingham, I think Smethwick, and I thought, I missed the date on that one. But okay, maybe one will be in Southall. And when I saw the date for when one will be in Southall, again, my eyes were just watering with joy and excitement. And I was like, this is it now. This is the real journey now. This is the real journey. That was just a warm-up before everything. This is the real journey now. So when the date, it was then, when I found when it were at Park Avenue, I thought, yes, I'll get what I need. I'll talk to someone about getting all the things I need to have, because I didn't have certain stuff. Some things I had, because as I said, I started practicing, like putting it into my daily life. But there's some things I needed to get hold of, and got the help from it. And on the day again. So when I went in to where it was happening, again, very emotional. It was just, it's like I saw my past life quickly in front of me. All the different things everything. Growing up on the council estate, going through, missing out on school, doing all the various jobs I was doing, all the things, all the music I used to listen to. By the way, I was the biggest Backstreet Boys fan you could think of, and WWE, WWF Wrestling. I was the biggest fan of those things.
Favorite wrestler?
Well, The Rock, but also,
Rock,
I did like the Hardy Boys, and yeah.
You guys had a little duo not so long ago about the Backstreet Boys. So he was singing as well.
Yeah, do you know the words?
Good tunes back in the day.
I know, but I was just like that. I was very different from my siblings. They like different music, and I like different, and I dress very different as well. I was more of the tomboy one. So from an early stage, I was already that different child that's probably going to go on a different path, but obviously it wasn't known. But anyway, back to Amrit. So it was very, very special. Saw my past life quickly before me, and I was like, this is it. I've given my head, offered it, and I learnt that if you take that step to Guruji will take many steps towards you. And that's it. You'll be fine. You're really your home now, and you'll be fine. But obviously, before taking it, I did researches because I've always wanted to know more. So I didn't just take Amrit. It was something I looked into before. And then Mera Pitaji, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib, I was like, wow, this is what he done. And then I learnt more on the history and the sacrifice he's done. These things inspired me more and more, because sometimes people will come into Sikhi a little bit, or just, have a little feel here or there, or visit somewhere here or there, and then that's it. They're not happy to come anymore, or someone said something to them, or they've seen something, and then they stay away or something. But I've always wanted to learn more. So then I wanted to learn more on Shasta Vidya, Gatka.
So you hadn't started Gatka before this?
No, I was into martial arts and stuff like that, but I hadn't.
Yeah.
So I used to go, I think it was just after Sunday class, or was it a different day? It was on a different day, actually, yeah. Found out where it was, and then I'd go.
Is that with, what Kada was this, or what group was this that you used to do Gatka with?
Oh, yes, it was with Ajit.
Should give us Haraya shower here.
It's fresh on Boss TV.
Yeah.
He said, now get me on.
Amazing people, really.
Definitely.
Do you think so? No, I'm joking.
They're all amazing, yeah.
I'm just joking. Shout out.
They're family.
Lots of love, really. But yeah, so was that part of the journey, kind of?
As well, I'd go to Santia. I'd learn Shasta Vidya.
Nice.
And as I said, I wouldn't look back.
Yeah. And that became your kind of son. Because when I remember seeing you, that was like, it'll be through your Gatka, doing displays, the Gatka displays, or it'll be, within that kind of Southall Sangat.
Yes, it's a very nice Sangat it was, and it's only because we moved home, Otherwise, I'd probably still be that side. And I never looked back. So all the history, I just dug in more.
I was going to ask you, actually, the next question was going to be, actually, Benji, like, what is your biggest source of inspiration within like Sikhi, and what keeps you going, what motivates you?
Right, so it would be from Guru Nanak Dev Ji.
Yep.
And always but it depends on the situation as well. Because then I'll get that vision. It's okay, child. It's fine, it'll be fine, don't worry. You can conquer it, you'll battle it, you'll get through it. I'm like, oh, thank you, Mera Pitaji, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So that's it. So I get this. It's not just quite a lot. It just depends on the situation. Because there was also, this is like not so long ago, actually, just moving a bit away from it. Not so long ago, I was unemployed. So this is while I'm in Sikh, just not long ago, just some months back.
As it happens in life,
Yeah. So, but it was for quite a while. I was unemployed, and I was thinking, how am I going to get through this? What do I do? I was studying a course so that I can work in the education field, like nursery teaching. So I was studying, and while doing that, I was finding a little bit of hardship because the placement days would take up quite a bit of time. And then I had my 2 children as well, with childcare, battling everything out. So it was quite hard. And Vaigru, through Vaigru, I got support. But I'd always see Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're going to be fine, and you'll get through it. And that was my belief and faith would be like, you know what? Whatever it is, Vaiguru will carry me across that ocean. He's my boat. He's my support.
Right.
And he will carry me across whatever it is and get me through it. And he did. And through him, Sangat members, from the goodness of their heart, kindly helped me where I needed help. They helped me. So that's it. I never lose faith, because if you keep that strong faith, then
See that through.
nothing can break you, nothing can touch you.
Right.
So that's it.
It reminds me that Bhakti Samrata Guru Hata Sirataryoke, that the all powerful Guru has placed his hand on my head.
That's it.
And he's the one that's taking me through, supporting me,
Yeah.
and holding me. And especially when you said, dear little child, it's that feeling that the Guru is there protecting me.
Yeah, that's it. You do. And when I go outside, sometimes I'll because sometimes I'll have the children at home and I'm thinking, I've got to go get groceries, but I don't want to bring them with me. If my sing's at home, I'll say, can you keep an eye on them for a little while? Let me just quickly go to the shops so I can get a few things.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, I don't want to take the car. I'll walk. Yeah. Fresh air, exercise, I'll just walk, and then I'll just do Simran as well while I'm walking. I walk, and sometimes it could be quite late or dark in the night, but I feel brave. I feel fine to go. I have no issues. Wherever, I feel Guruji's with me always, protecting me. So why worry? But as humans, yes, of course you do. we do worry. And it's natural. But if you have the full faith in the Lord, then that's it. Nothing can break you. Nothing can shift you.
Right.
Or waver you from your path. That's it. You're going, and you're going strong, and you stay there.
You were just talking about Gatka as well. And generally, martial arts, plays a big part in the Sikh faith, and being active, being healthy. And it's quite difficult, I'm just saying generally, to find just male Sikhs training martial arts, right? Now we're doing a lot more initiatives to get more males into martial arts. But then there's the Bibia side, and getting Bibia into martial arts and be more physically active. Like, I know you said yourself you're really into martial arts and stuff, but anything on that point in terms of like encouraging our sisters? Why is it important, to do martial arts, Gatka, and these kind of things? Because it wasn't just made for the guys; it's made for Bibi as well, right? To be active. So
I would urge all you sisters out there to take up this art. It's really, really important, because we need to learn to defend ourselves. Yes, it's nice we're learning kirtan. Yes, we know how to make prasadam and be at home and maintain the house and do what we need to do and look after the children and stuff. But we need to learn to defend ourselves, because the way how the world is going now, it's getting worse. And old or young, doesn't matter the age, it's for everyone. So wherever you live, find your local Gurdwara and just find out when there's classes. And even if it's MMA you take, or, you want to learn so the whole mixed martial arts you could do, or if you want to just it be Gatka, just a video, or you want, I don't know, some people want karate or judo, taekwondo, whatever it is, I'd say learn this definitely. Because we need to unite together. So, God forbid anything, how things are outside on the streets nowadays. And then you will feel braver yourself as well. You won't be afraid to walk to the local park. You won't be afraid to go and, get a bottle of milk from the corner shop, or,
live your life, essentially. You won't be living your life in fear.
And it's something you can use to help others. So it's not just for yourself, it's to help others as well.
I had just one question. Sorry, actually, I love asking questions. Sorry, Faisal.
No,
Dastaar. When did you start tying a Dastaar? Because you got a very beautiful Dastaar. You tie it very nicely.
Well, I tried to tie it, but sometimes it's going this way or that way. But yeah, I used to start off wearing a padka.
Okay.
Because that was just the easiest for me to tie, I think. But after Amrit and after a few months, because I found that it just kept coming off.
It does, yeah.
Kept coming off, and then, you know, then you put the chunni or put some, and you put. I said, no. If I just put the tie Dastaar, then that's it. It's there. It's on, and then you feel without it, I feel that my head's been cut off if I haven't got my Dastaar on. Because like if I go swimming or some sports, then I might just put the patka on. But then it's like, oh no, something's missing. And then one day when I went for operation in the hospital, I think I just tied the patka after coming out as well. And I was like, no, I need my Dastaar. Without your Dastaar protects your head. It does. It really does. One day, I think it was under the stairs cupboard. I think I was getting a Hoover or something out of it. And I came out and I like bumped my head. And I thought, oh, thank God I got my Dastaar. If I didn't have my Dastaar on, I think my head would have been really injured. So, yeah. And again, it's both men, women, young or old. So these are all the beauties, all the things in Sikhi. And you can tie it how you wish to tie it as well. Yeah. There's no fixed way. It's up to you. You can find what material you like best, and then you tie it your own self, how you want to tie it. And then if you need help, there's plenty of Sangha out there that will support you with that. There are classes.
YouTube videos now as well.
There are classes, the Dastaar tying classes, various Gurdwaras, so you can go to them. Some for if you want just for girls only tying classes, I'm sure that they're there. And then again for the it's available. Because some people used to think, oh, it's only men wear the Dastaar, ladies or girls that don't wear it, but it's for everyone.
What amazes me is, like, I feel like there's so many resources now. Like on YouTube, there's tutorials, there's videos. But when Bhenji's talking from 15 years ago, this didn't exist. These videos, these YouTube, these classes, these organisations that teach you how to Dastaar didn't exist, and all the challenges you would have went to maintain your Dastaar and keep your Dastaar, which is, if you don't mind me asking, you come from an African Caribbean heritage. Am I right in saying?
Yeah, my parents are from Jamaica and St. Lucia.
So I'll say, is that okay if I say it like that? African Caribbean?
Yeah, that's fine. I've had people trying to speak to me in Swahili. They thought I was from Kenya.
Yeah. Benji, so you come from African and Caribbean heritage. How has the African Caribbean community around you or extended family, or when they see you, have they reacted to you being a Sikh?
So, as I said, I've always had happiness, and not anyone not happy with me because of coming to Sikh. I've always had people being happy that I'm happy. I guess that's probably what it is as well. But my mom, anyway, she was a person that was just she liked everyone. She was fine with everybody, so she was welcoming anyway. And then my older brother is married. He has his own family, and again, there are it's a different race there in their marriage, but no one's had any problems. So that's what I mean. So I've came from a background where everyone was fine anyway, open. Yeah,
happy for you almost. Feel happy, we're happy, which is quite a beautiful and lovely thing.
Yeah.
And how about like random? Do you ever get anyone random from the African Caribbean community?
I used to, years ago, and sometimes I'd go in like the shops, Tesco or I don't know, Asda or Sainsbury, and I'd have people coming up to me and asking, oh, what's that you got? Yeah, you look different. So what background are you from? And so I get people asking me questions, both from the Black Caribbean and the African backgrounds, but I'll also have like from Punjabi background as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Punjabi is very intrigued.
People would ask me like, how did you come into Sikhi? Or when did you start tying the Dastaar? And how long have you been on this path? I'd get in the shop, sometimes buying stuff, and I'd get people coming up to me occasionally to come up, and they do. But it's nice, so I'll tell them. And
And have you had any challenges integrating within? So Sikhi is quite Punjabi dominant. Have you had any challenges integrating within the Punjabi Sikh community? And sometimes we're not always, we're a good community and everything, but sometimes if someone's different, we may not be able to engage with them in an appropriate manner. Is that true? Is that something you've experienced?
For me, again, I don't know, but I guess, as I said, this journey is meant to be, or it has meant to be, because I've not experienced any problems up front. I mean, I don't know if I've walked off from a certain location, if anyone's said or done anything after, but as far as being in front of everyone, I've not had any issues. Amazing. Everyone's always welcomed me. If I go to any markets or any stores or also in India, in Punjab. I've not, as I said, I initially went out there on my own.
Yeah.
And I travelled on a bus, you know, from Amrit to bus stand to Jalandhar.
Wow.
I think you're braver than most Punjabis, to be fair.
now then, remember, I probably learned a few, without any words to get me by, but I didn't really conversational.
Yeah.
But everyone was helping me.
Wow.
But my biggest helper, of course, was him up there, Akala Puruk, and carries you. That's your boat. And if you have the faith, he'll protect you and guide you, then, you know, that's it, you carry on. But yeah, I took the bus to Jalandhar. And then I went on elsewhere and...
What did you go to Jalandhar for? For shopping? Or
Suits.
Well, bought a few things, yeah, you do, don't you?
You have to.
You buy a few things, of
Yeah.
course. How can you not go and not buy a few things, yeah. You go with Kali Tachi and fill and bring back Saman Borjada. Yeah, that's how you do, isn't it? It's natural.
Oh, I smashed it, Benji.
Yeah.
I must say, Punjabi is very good, and in that sense, like,
I
it's
try. I
very good, it's
still, you know what it is? I could probably understand more than I can actually speak it.
good. Right.
But at home and nowadays, because my sing's first language is Punjabi, but at home, so the children get the best of both.
Both worlds, yeah.
So but I mix in the house with them. So it'll be crazy one minute, and then the next minute it'll be in Punjabi, and I'll be like telling them, Tale ajo, and especially they're not listening. I'm like, Sundani tanu, and their tongue cardia. I'll be like, come on now. So yeah,
What was that like? Like you said, now you understand more Punjabi. So
Yeah.
how does it feel like sitting in a Gurdwara? So I remember when I first couldn't understand Punjabi, and then now I'm sitting in the Guru Card. I'm like, oh, I understand the whole conversation. Like it clicked. Like, how does that feel for you when you can go to the Guru Card now?
oh, now it's way more relaxing now, more
Yeah.
in terms of language.
Yeah.
Because now I can understand a whole lot more. There'll still be probably the odd thing, I'm like, oh, but
Yeah.
because you could get different types of Punjabis,
Dialects,
yeah.
yeah.
Because
And
there'll be some
speed
people
as well.
they'll speak Punjabi to me and I understand totally fine, and then another person will speak Punjabi to me and I'll be like, I can understand some of what you said, but some of it sounds a bit. I guess you got like with the different accents in the UK.
Yeah.
So someone in Scotland and then someone in London, and then you got America. So everyone speaks
Yeah,
English, but it's going to
exactly.
have the different like that. So it's like that for me, and I probably speak it like children speak it. You'd say.
I mean, it's your vocab's good, Carly, teaching stuff like that.
Oh,
So, I mean, suitcase isn't a word you use every day, right? So,
yeah.
How is like, so that you've matured in your Sikhi and you've been
Yeah.
on this path for a good amount of time, you've taken Amrit, you've embraced Sikhi in every way. How has, when you compare yourself to a younger version of yourself 20 years ago, how has Sikhi changed your views on things like family, life, the world? How has Sikhi changed the way you think?
Okay, so it's made me obviously, I see things different. I appreciate things more now, obviously, and I look at, I see as what you have, that's it. You appreciate what you've got, be thankful for what you've got, don't worry about what you haven't got. And don't worry about what the rest of the world, what everyone, it's all a show, it's all a play. Nothing's stable here. Just focus on yourself, carry on your path, you're a student of Vaheguru, so that's it, you'll keep learning. And anybody that maybe is looking to come on path, I'll say take it at their own pace. Don't worry about what he or she says, because sometimes there can be a lot of gossip over there or something over there, or you've read something in the media, or looked. Don't worry, put that all aside. Just worry about you, concentrate on you, take each day at a time. I just think, you know what, everything's all material anyway. Sometimes we would have like clothing or something, and we think, oh, what will happen if that got ruined or crabbed, or what would we do? But these are things that are not going to go with you. It's not going to go with you. Just have love for everyone. Just show that humility, kindness, love. That message from Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji for all. That's it. And if you don't see God in all, then you don't see God at all. That's it as well, I would say, definitely. And I'd like to put that into my daily practices. Otherwise, I'm not a Sikh. I'm not a Sikh if I can't see God in everyone.
VG asked about Punjabi Sikh Sangat, but what is your relationship been like with a non-Punjabi Sikh Sangat? So those that come from other backgrounds, and maybe a lot of things they might have in common, because people that are Punjabi Sikh, they've probably taken, again, I'm generalizing, taken Sikhi for granted. Like how you said earlier about you just want to learn. Just want to learn more and learn more. And unfortunately, when something is so available to people sometimes, they just take it for granted, right? So what was it like and have you been around non-Punjabi Sikhs, and what were those experiences like as well?
Yes, I've travelled to America in the past, and there was a camp there for a couple of days, I think like 3-day one. So there was the Sikhs that lived there in New Mexico from that American sort of English background.
Yeah.
But then also there was a few that travelled in from India and some other places in the world as well, South America.
Yeah.
So Hispanic, the Sikhs there are Hispanic, and some African background, Caribbean background. There were a few of them there as well. All very nice, loving. So when sitting with them, it was really nice and special. But I treat them all as I would with Punjabi Sikhs. We're all one. I see it as we're all one, regardless of where you are from in the world. Regardless of how you look, that's it. We are one. We're from that same source, that same light.
What more could we, you, me, collectively, all of us do to support people coming into Sikhi who may not have Sikhi in their houses, like born in Sikh families or born from families which are kind of so modern that they've forgotten their heritage and their roots? And is there anything you think that we can do more to become more inclusive, bring more people onto the path and support people?
Just be relaxed with them. Because you've got some that are born into the Sikh faith, but they're not showing so much interest. But sometimes there's a reason behind that. But just be supportive to them anyway. Don't be harsh on them or anything like that. Why aren't you doing that? Oh, shame on you, should be doing that. No. Sometimes people later on, when they get older, then they will follow the path. Sometimes it's when something happened, then people realise things. It varies, but I'd say be welcoming, don't criticise, and more than anything, do not judge. That's why I tell myself, I'm not to judge anybody. Him up there is the judge. Leave that work to him. Don't judge. Everyone, as I said, is on their own journey. Some will do things more. Some might do it a little bit less, or a different style of doing it. But how they're finding their way, let them. Don't start saying, "Oh, don't do this." Don't start doing like that to them, because then you push them away.
Keep the doors open for them.
Keep the doors open for them. And it's okay. They can do things slowly at their own. That's it. And then they'll be more comfortable. And in the Gurdwara as well. Again, just be friendly around. Say in the Langar Hall where Seva is taking place. Say where everything's getting washed. Be welcoming if anyone wants to help. Let it be. They can help too. And again, as long as hands are washed and heads covered, let them, if they say, oh, can I help serve? Then let them help serve. Don't push them out, oh, no, you can't do it, or it's not, don't give that feeling, because then it will push people away. And if anyone wishes to learn Punjabi, then make that there's notice boards and things that they can easily see this information, and anyone can join. Obviously, you're going to have your age group for children and things like, safeguarding and stuff, so you're going to separate adults class, children's class. But make that anybody can
publicly
take this if they want to do it, and be welcoming. It should be fine.
I think you said something really profound. You said something along the lines of, and you just alluded to it, that some people come after their own experiences, or something will happen that will, and it really made me think there is that if we keep, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's arms were wide open, and we need to make sure our arms, our doors are wide open, so when people have those experiences, they can come and fall back and take support, take love from the community. And, and I think that's such a beautiful thing to kind of even remind myself about. It's not a closed door shop here. This is an open 24 hours open shop, and each and every single one of us represent Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and we all need to make sure we're opening those shops up and opening those doors and allowing people to enter.
Yes, I agree.
So far on your journey, what would you say is one of the most rewarding parts on your journey? What has been one of the highlights? If you look back at the last 20 years, is there anything that stands out to you, like one point, which is like, that was amazing?
Well, when I took Amrit, because then after that, I start wearing punch kakars, and I said, this is my form, this is my uniform, that's it. And I keep that with me. And without it, I'd be lost. I'd be lost. And as I said, if I haven't got my Dastaar or even if you're washing your hair or something, like thinking, oh, it's missing, what's happening. So taking that step forward, and then Guruji comes to you several times more. That's been the most powerful stage ever.
Nice.
That was the real celebration. That was the, it's amazing.
With the Sangat, it's like the birthday party with the Sangat.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah.
So Benji, just before we go to the quick fire round, which we ask you questions about various things, if there's one message or teaching from Sikhi you'd want to share with everyone and everyone to understand, what would it be?
Be united. We are one. And that's it. See God in all, otherwise you don't see God at all. And wherever you are going, just remember your journey is your journey, and don't worry about what everyone else is doing or saying. Just stay focused and have full faith in the powerful force up there, which guides us all the time, and you won't be lost. You'll be fine. You'll be firm on your ground. That's it. Nothing can break you or shift you in any way. You'll be fine.
Do you have a favourite story? Like in terms of Sikh stories, does anyone stand out to you the most? Like,
there's a few that I've read, but I can't remember the top of my head. But there's various, and there's also various Samargams and Ranspis and other programs I've gone to, and I don't in particular have a favourite kirtani, just I like them all because I pick good things out of each, because it's just bliss you get when sitting with Satsangat as well.
So your favourite kirtani is the Sangat when they're all together and singing?
Yeah, happily, that's it. It's nice. All the brothers, everyone together, that's it.
Favourite kirtani you've done? Favourite pracharak, kathavachak, talker?
It was somebody came to Warsaw last week and he made some very good points. It's more for the younger generation, but there was a good point he made. I'm trying to remember his name.
Favourite pracharak, kathavachak, that little guy, the guy who came last week to Warsaw. So if you're the person who came to Warsaw last week, that's you.
But of course, late by Jagaraj Singh would have been, He was amazing because,
Did you have much of a contact relationship with Jagaraj Singh?
I didn't get to see him as that much. It was probably more Bhenji, his wife I did, but he changed a lot of people's lives. He touched and a lot of people's lives, changed it for the better. It was an amazing person that, again, believed in that oneness and unity and equality and all that. You know, he did amazing seva, amazing work that were reached, near and far and wide, up and down the country, various places. He was an amazing person, so, yeah.
Favourite food, Bhenji?
Well, loads, really. But mixed sabji. I do like mixed sabji. Yeah, mixed sabji.
Of all the things. We had chili paneer earlier and you had mixed sabji.
I love mixed sabji, but I do like hakka noodles as well.
Okay.
But if there's karele, I'll eat it. I love it. Do you know what I used to think before? I think, like crocodile, what's that? And it's bitter, like duai or something.
Yeah.
But then after I started eating it more and more, and if it's a stuff, I'm like, oh no, this is good now, and it's healthier.
I like karele.
I can't eat karele.
I like them.
What about spicy? Did you find the food in the Langar spicy? Was you a bit of a spicy fan?
I was used to spicy from growing up anyway, because with the Caribbean culture and also, I guess, with the African culture, I think most ethnic backgrounds anyway cook with spices, herbs and masala anyway. Yeah. So I was used to spices, Scotch bonnet, pepper, there's loads there. I was used to it. So I'm fine with the spice. I love it.
And if you could have any superpower, what would it be? And what would you do with it?
To fly.
Yeah. Where would you fly to?
Far and wide. Well, I'll fly to Amritsar right now if I could. Right now. And just sit where Pakadama is and just close my eyes and relax.
Have you only been once? Have you been?
I've been quite a few times.
Wow, good.
Get back for bedtime for the kids, though, innit?
Yeah, if I could, yeah. So go for a couple of hours and come back.
Best piece of advice you've ever received?
Doesn't
have to be on the Sikhi path. It could just be generally just advice.
It'd be just to not worry about what everybody else is doing and just concentrate on focus on yourself, and just take each day at a time.
And your most embarrassing public moment?
Oh, yeah, there would be, but it's not
appropriate for the.
It is for the point. It just was a bit of it was embarrassing, but luckily someone kindly sorted for me there and then. I was at the checkouts in Tesco trying to pay for stuff, and when you put the card on the reader, it either decline or it's not. I'm thinking, no, I've got all those essentials I need and all those stuff. What am I going to do? And then kindly the person in front offered to pay that £25, £26 worth of stuff for me. Again, him up there, Vaigru, put that person, and I didn't know the person in front of me. So that was embarrassing because in public it's there.
Have you seen these adverts where the person can't pay? And then what they do is don't worry about it, we'll help you put everything back straight away, and they kind of help them put them back on the shelves. It's terrible. It's the opposite of doing a good deed, basically. If you could meet someone, anyone, dead or alive, who would you like to meet?
Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, definitely.
Perfect. The guest before you left a word, so we have a tradition where the previous guest leaves a word for you to reflect on and share your thoughts on what it means to you. The word they left, Dalveer Singh, was support. So what does the word support mean to you?
Support means to me, well, Vaiguru is my support. He's been my support from day one. I just didn't know it before. So even before I've come into Sikhi, he was my support, but I didn't know. He guided me through all the troubles, got me through everything as I've grown up, kept me safe and well. And then brought me here to, as I've got older, to open my eyes and see reality. That's just my support. He's on my boat and he carries me across that ocean.
Yeah. And what word would you leave for the next guest?
Shanti.
Shanti. What is Shanti? How do you translate Shanti? Peace?
Peace.
What does peace mean to the next guest? Thank you.
That's really good. Good fun. Thank you so much, Bhenji. And
thank you both.
Thank you. I think you definitely, I felt like this was like a very motherly kind of podcast. I think you gave us so much great advice, just like a mother would give to a child, or just like how to just carry ourselves in the world and how to live in the world, but not forget that one that's always with us. Even the Shabad, the Sabana Jiya Ka Ek Data, Soma Visarana Jai, just, and it seems that everything that you're speaking about just links back to that. And it's like when we talk about Gurbani, and like Guru says that if I just keep one Shabad in my life, then I'll never have to come back again. And it's like you're living what Gurbani is saying in the most beautiful way. And on the last point, if you don't mind, I think we forgot to mention it earlier, is what are you doing today then in terms of you're no longer in Southall, you're now living in the Midlands, you've got that Midlands accent sometimes throughout the podcast.
Well,
some of the lines are a bit,
the London
blurry.
accent. I still want to cling on to the London accent, but I guess a bit of Birmingham found its way in, but then a little bit further north.
Yeah.
Stoke-on-Trent, Newcastle,
so
underline.
Where are you now? You're based in Midlands. What's your Sangat? What's your Seva? Because you said before you were teaching Gurmukhi. Now you're learning Gurmukhi. Then you started teaching kids Punjabi, Santhia, and now you're teaching Gatka. Like, what are you doing right now? So Sangat know that was your journey before, but you're still going ahead. You're still doing so much right now, right?
Just raising a family is a big job as well. Let's not forget that.
Raising a family is the biggest job. And I think when you bring children into this world, so I've got 2 children, twins, a boy and a girl, and then just bringing them into the world, that's the biggest job ever. I used to think, going to work 9 to 5 and all these things is hard, but I think if you stay home to raise those children, whatever the amount you've got, if you've not got anyone else around to babysit them for you or whatever. But yeah, that's the biggest job, because a mother is guru to the child, definitely, I would say. And being that good role model to them will hopefully help them to grow with that same values, principles that you put into practice. But I work part-time in a nursery, and then on the weekends, I'll be home is Warsaw. I don't live in Warsaw, but that's home. So my children, they go there for Punjabi classes, and on Sundays, I help the two main teachers that are there. I help assist them to teach the class.
Yes.
Seva, Shasta Vidya, Gadka. So I help out there, and it's just amazing. It's beautiful, because that's the future generation. But you're giving back, so you just feel you're helping these children. Yeah, with something very, very important, especially with how the world is now.
Yeah.
Helping
with the confidence, self-esteem.
Yeah,
all
so
of that,
much to it. So much to it.
So many layers that we often forget that we may not have had support access to, but we want our children to, be confident, be skilled and strong and all well-rounded.
Yes.
Oh, great. Any final questions?
No.
Bhenji?
No, good. I'm just really glad we got to hear your story, Bhenji. For so many years we've seen you in Sangat. It's finally good to hear your story and hear your background and how the Guru blessed you and found you.
Oh, thank you both. Thank you for having me on here.
Thank you so much to Bhenji for coming on. I'm VG as well for always being here as well and helping set up these great conversations that we can have with Sangat, finding Sikhi. And again, if you have any questions, then like to ask Bhenji, then we've got the comment section. So please leave your messages in the comment section and please share these videos because, again, like we said in the podcast, there's such great things that Bhenji has shared with us, just general teachings from her own experiences that she's had in her life, and also, the idea of just being brave and confident, just going for it, not looking back. So there's a lot of things that definitely we can take away from the podcast. And if you have anybody in mind that you think should be on the Finding Sikhi podcast, then please send us a message, send us an email, drop us a message on WhatsApp. The details can be found in the description. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.